I smell redskin songbird in New York City. You're looking at the very top a picture of George Washington, General Washington, President Washington, who is now called Glenn Beck. He was my husband when I was Martha Washington. Below you'll see President James Madison is now called Lionel Richie, a singer-songwriter. He was my husband when I was Dolly Madison. I have traveled back in time, escorted by and guided by Govinda Singh Ji, and discovered many of my past lives. We had over 10,000 births, so obviously I haven't discovered 10,000 identities, but I have discovered around 50, and I am in the process of integrating them into my being, as opposed to feeling being a stranger to myself, as I was all of my life until I reached a stage of realizing many of my other identities. Okay, so we're doing part 2 of mainstreaming clues news to you. Main March. Okay, this is part 2. Yippee! The President of the United States, Donald Trump, has ordered the secret DOJ, FBI, and Obama documents about the Trump campaign declassified and released to the public. Amazing. Awesome. This president is truly transparent, not just in words and actions. Now he just has to make sure they don't stall and they go ahead and release the documents, because they didn't put a time limit on the request. Shock report drops bomb on Rosenstein. Trump train news by Internet Foundation, 9/21/2018 by TT and staff. Excerpts. A new report indicated that Rod Rosenstein discussed secretly recording President Trump and possibly invoking the 25th Amendment against him, according to Mediate. An incredibly shocking new report in the New York Times has some details about Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein that will no doubt send shockwaves throughout Washington. Mr. Rosenstein made the remarks about secretly recording Mr. Trump and about the 25th Amendment in meetings and conversations with other justice and FBI officials. Several people described the episodes, insisting on anonymity to discuss internal deliberations. The people were briefed either on the events themselves or on memos written by FBI officials, including Andrew G. McCabe, then the acting bureau director that documented Mr. Rosenstein's actions and comments. Newsmax TV Live. Rosenstein floated secretly recording Trump talked invoking the 25th Amendment Friday, 21st of September 2018 by Teddy Bunker. These are excerpts. Rosenstein made the remark at a meeting with Mr. McCabe and 4 senior justice officials to discuss his role in Comey's firing. Okay. And here I have N censorship of Alex Jones InfoWars. It's illegal. Freedom of the press is allowed by the United States Constitution. Okay, so in the censorship of Alex Jones. All right, the next one is a tweet. Noni Darwish replying to @real Donald Trump. This is to President Trump. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue which rises against you in judgment you shall condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is from me, says the Lord. Isaiah 54:17. Note this about President Trump. He was and is the 10th Sikh Guru, Gobind Singh Ji, Jesus Christ, I. Okay, he is reincarnated Jesus Christ. Alright, and his father, Teeg Bahadur, the 9th Sikh Guru, was beheaded for not converting from Sikhism to Islam. His name is Vice President Mike Pence. Okay, they are very spiritual men. That is why they have accomplished miracles. Sad to say, the New York Times, Washington Post, CNN, these crooks, these fake news people have not reported all of the wonderful things President Trump and Vice President Mike Pence have done for us. But they're on record. If you want to do the research, you can find out what they've done. Right off the bat, I can think of they have lowered the unemployment levels for black people, the lowest they've ever been. So that's a miracle. Well, you think it's a miracle, but he's doing his work. He's doing his job. Obama didn't do his job. So that's why you think that. Okay, on Twitter, at Fox News, at POTUS. This is an incredible time for our country. America is winning again. Yes! Okay? Now, let's see what this is. Watch TV Live Newsmax report. Groups behind Kavanaugh protests put nonprofit status at risk by Jeffrey Rodak, February 21st of September, Friday, 21st of September 2018. The liberal groups behind the organized disruptions at Brett Kavanaugh's confirmation hearings likely have violated Internal Revenue Service rules and could be at risk of losing their nonprofit status, the Daily Caller is reporting. According to the website, these groups include Housing Works, Women's March, the Center for Popular Democracy. Note from Maine the March, America is a constitutional republic, not a democracy. The Daily Caller said it listened in on a conference call with activist organizers who are planning to continue their civil disobedience in an attempt to shut down planned confirmation proceedings on Monday. Daily Caller said such conduct is not permitted under IRS rules. IRS, do your job. Revoke these nonprofit Democratic Party operatives. Nonprofit status. Comments from public. I love the comments from the public. Let's see what they're saying today. H.L. Mencken is saying, Jeffrey, the whole sorry lot of them, including Code Pink and the other crazies like those listed in this piece, should be preemptively banned from this and all future congressional hearings. The right to peaceful assembly is just that and does not extend to breaking up or interfering with the course of an official meeting. This kind of aberrant behavior has been permitted to go on far too long. H.L. Okay, the next comment says, it absolutely should happen. Will it? I doubt it. And the illogics, the Dems, know this. Children learn what they can get away with and will do it over and over again. Pushing the adults to give into them more and more on ever more things. The worst part is, each time the adults lose more and more of their own freedom. That's quite an insightful comment, yes. Me Chestop Files regarding H.L. Mencken an hour ago, he says here. They need to put in a soundproof glass gallery window so the whack jobs can't disrupt official government business. Lunatics screaming down committee meetings is not what they had in mind with free speech. That's right. See what I say? The people know. They have good sense. Okay, somebody called himself the Pup, 3 hour Pup, P-U-P, 3 hours ago, says, in order for the nonprofit status of these commie front progressive organizations to be questioned, you must have some honest lawyers at either the vile IRS or the crooked DOJ. Note, why don't we get rid of these worthless bureaucrats? Okay, the commenter goes on to say, all of these worthless garbage drones are sucking at the same pump as the commie organizations protesting. The evil war criminal Soros pays for most of the protesters and most of the corruption in government. These are the same cast of crooked characters that denied or held up the nonprofit status of Tea Party groups in 2012. And what's that word? Swayed the election. Because if the Tea Party people had been campaigning, the outlet would have been different, because the Tea Party people knew how to get people elected, as they proved in the congressional elections. Confirm Judge Kavanaugh as our next Supreme Court Justice. He is qualified. And how? Mad Max comments. It will never happen. Leftists are immune to any punishment that might be handed out by the deep state because they are the deep state. Leftist operatives within all the administrative agencies will obstruct or sabotage any attempt at justice if it comes at the expense of their agenda. Yeah, I know, it's true. They have no honor. Okay, stop Islam from taking over the world. World, defend yourself against these dinosaur consciousness creatures. Okay, the next posting. Give Keith Ellison's accuser justice. He's a Muslim. She reported abuse from Keith Ellison. Now pay attention, Democrats, and give her justice. Just like you're paying attention to Ford's complaint against Kavanaugh, pay attention to Ms. Monahan's complaint against Keith Ellison. Okay, so that's the news for the day. Maine the Marg, coming to you from New York City. Okay, stay informed, and in the censorship with Alex Jones, InfoWars.